Good morning. Dunya here. Quiet, lingering morning for me. I'm fortunate to have this day for that purpose. I've always had such an unusual schedule, not a 9 to 5 schedule, my entire life. My schedule of responsibilities to the world and the keeping of the roof over my head have never been the typical work week. In fact, I generally work in the evenings or the weekends or at odd times because I'm working with people when they're off from their 9 to 5. Thus, I often have had mornings where I can be in a creative and unfolding state early in the day. Very grateful for that. Just a grand accident of fate and of living in a culture that is structured in the way it is. I was performing in nightclubs very late at night. And so I would sleep far into the day. I would wake up early in the afternoon, and that was the beginning of my day. And I would go out to perform in the evenings, and I arrived at the clubs usually around 11 and was working until 3 or so, performing several sets and then taking the subway home. I was living in New York, and would take the subway home, heading toward dawn, and then go to bed. I actually loved it, of course. It's wonderful to be awake when other people are asleep and asleep when other people are awake. It's just so interesting. And it wasn't for so many years, 3 or 4 years. You see different things. And you're not as attached to the way it is. It's just the way this particular time is for me. As my beloved Rick says, the shilly-shally.